अस्सलामुअलैकुम, नमस्ते, खुशामदीद। सेकेंड होम इंडिया के इस एपिसोड पे आप सबका एक बार फिर से स्वागत है। हम बात कर रहे हैं बॉलीवुड के सितारे जो कुवैत आए हुए हैं। इंडियन कल्चरल सोसाइटी ने इन्हें बुलाया है, अभी बातचीत चालू है। आइए कंटिन्यू करते हैं। We are in conversation with the musical duo Sachin Jigar. They have some very popular numbers to their names and have taken the younger generation by the storm. Let's find out more about them from them. Welcome to our shows, Jigar, Sachin.
Hi,
pleasure.
Hi, how would you do?
I've heard that you both from a commerce background, so I'm really curious, how did music happen and how did both of you get together? Jigar, if you could take that question.
So, we were never satisfied by books. I think we studied a bit to get the knowledge, but music finally drove us to where we are today. And we met through a common friend who happens to be a composer as well.
Okay.
And the minute we met, I think we started working together. So, there was, I think, God's plan for us.
Right. And Sachin, I hear you were great with numbers. You're almost becoming a CA. What happened?
Well, I think the eventual happened, and I think I'd just like to add that we had great push from our parents. I think 10 or 12 or 15 years back, when there were no Indian Idols or no reality shows, I think our parents really, backed us up then, and they gave us the courage that we needed to, pursue our passion. I don't think we would have ever imagined like taking up music professionally,
Yeah.
because we learnt it for leisure, for like a hobby.
Right.
And we were pursuing studies as if, I would take up CA and retire my father, and he wanted to do his MBA.
Right.
But like Jigar said, I think destiny found us, and we had the push from our parents. And I think I just wish the Almighty blesses everybody like parents like us.
All you parents out there, I hope you're listening. Support your children in their hobbies and passion, and they'll show you who they can be.
Sure.
But would you say that your studying or your academic background has been a complete waste, or has it helped you?
The academic background will never be a waste, I think, because like this conversation, I think I'm able to have this conversation so nicely with you because I probably must have studied something right in my life. So I don't think academics are not do's, they are musts, and if your main hobby is art, then let your academic be your second option. Or if your main interest is commerce, then let the art be the second. Give your priorities and don't neglect either. I think give equal weightage to both your passion and your business, I
Right.
guess.
I read somewhere about music arrangers. Very curious. Don't know anything about this. What do music arrangers do, and how has that helped both of you in your music career?
It reminds me of a funny kissa that happened in the neighborhood. Me and Jigar used to carrying our machines. They are heavyweight sort of machines, so we used to put them in luggage bags. And we had these odd working hours. Sometimes we'd step out at 2:30 in the night, or come back at 5:30 in the night. And in the neighborhood, there's this very curious uncle. And one of the days he caught me and he said, "Hey, what do you bring in those baggages?" And I'm like, "Uncle, maybe surely something for you to discover." But like when I told him that I'm a music arranger, he thought that maybe I call a few people and arrange like a show for some people or something. But let me tell you what music arranger is. If the music composer or the music director makes the main dhun, the tarj, the tune, then he leaves it upon the music arranger to decide that what the accompaniment will be like. So whether the rhythm is going to have a tabla, how long will the tabla play, how will the tabla play,
Right.
whether there will be violins in it, whether the guitar will be the main instrument, etc., etc.
Right.
So I think we learnt the art in the reverse way. We learned to make, हमने दुल्हन को सजाना पहले सीखा शादी से पहले.
Very interesting analogy. So I believe you've had the chance to work with musicians like A.R. Rahman as well.
Ji,
How
ji.
was that experience?
Oh, it's very humbling. There was a time when I used to look at his picture first and have my morning breakfast after that. We really idolized him. Back in our subcontinent, I think he has inspired many like us. Not only has he revolutionized the way music was made, he brought computers to every musician's house. He made it possible
Oh yes.
for every
yeah.
musician to express himself at his own level.
Right.
But other than that, the conduct, the man himself, his nature, his sayings. I think the very first line of the preface in his album says, "I wish to see a inspired young India that does not have vocabularies like chalta hai."
Very powerful statement.
Yeah, it was very humbling to meet him, and it was great to understand that at his level also he has kept it so simple. He just
Right.
looks at a song, in individuality. It doesn't really, backlog his own success, and doesn't carry any more pressure. When he's on a song, he's just on that song.
Right. Speaking of songs, you've got some very interesting numbers to your name. There is Johnny Johnny, there's Babaji Ki Booty, and there's. How do you select your songs?
I think the songs select us. It's the other way. You know, we believe in doing music for the film, and sometimes the film, like for example, when we talk of Babaji Ki Booty, it's from a film called Go Go. You know, there is a section of the society which really loves this music, or which really
Absolutely.
finds the soul in this music.
Yes.
So it's great to connect to each and every sect of the society. You connect with some through love songs, with some through your club numbers, and with some through I call these songs storytelling songs.
Do you ever see yourself coming up with a signature style? Like people will listen to a song and will know this is Sachin and Jigar.
I don't think so.
No.
I think we want to continuously rediscover ourselves. You know,
Wow.
we don't want to have a pattern of okay, every song must have this to say that this is our song. I think other than that, we would rather want people to get surprised. Oh my God, is this also Sachin Jigar? You know, so that is what our attempt has been all this time.
Right.
And music is so vast. You know, it will be sad if somebody just sticks to one style.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And given that we are in Bollywood, Bollywood has become a genre by itself, and
Yes.
everything that's palatable is Bollywood today. I mean, so lucky I feel we are that we have the chance to do more than just one genre. And as musicians, it helps us continuously, stay abreast with what is new.
Yes.
At the same time, sort of rediscover or reanalyze our own talent in another way. I mean, it's
Right.
exciting.
What do you think of folk music?
Oh, my heart lies there. I'm loving this interview. I really want to set out this message in a way that, I think I wish that we learned from the West how to hold your heritage, how they hold their values, how they hold their soil. And I think I have already begun to bore Jigar. He doesn't like too much sentimental stuff. But I just want to say that every time I've heard Zeb and Hania,
G.
every time I heard Rohel go about his Coke studio, every time I've seen that band perform, or every time I've seen Hansraj Hansji perform, or Vadali brothers perform, I feel कि जो मिट्टी की खुशबू है वो सबसे गाढ़ी खुशबू है. I think
जी.
there's something that stays
बहुत
with
अच्छा
your
कहा.
soul, that's something that can, I think who we are is so pretty that I just wish that one and all of us can explore that and hold on to that and
Hold on to our
pass
roots.
on that to our generations, maybe reinvent it
Right.
and redefine the way it is presented.
Right.
But God be with us in, and we try that. Where we come from, Gujarat, it's very, very rich in folk, and we have absorbed so much from our language and from our folk music. So every time there's an opportunity, we try to, squeeze a little bit of Gujarati folk.
Oh, how about you do that now for our audience? A
Sure.
little bit of Gujarati folk if you can.
Sure.
Yeah.
તારી બાકી રે પાગળડીનું ફૂમતું રે મને ગમતું રે આ તો કહું છું રે કાનોડા તને ગમતું કે તારા પગનો રે પગરખો ઘમ ગમતું રે મને ગમતું રે આ તો કહું છું રે કાનુડા તને ગમતું.
Oh, wow, what a treat for our viewers. Thank you so much. I cannot possibly let you go without talking about your partnership. What is the secret of being so like always together, and how do you do that?
I think it's like marriage. It should be open-ended.
Yes.
So we believe in expression. I think so. It's never about who made the song. It's about
Right.
how the song's gonna be. It's never about how much time it took. It's about how good the song is. So
Wow,
it's
well
about
said.
doing your own thing and then getting it together.
Right.
Plus, I think in today's time, there is so much music, on your smartphone or your computer that you need. I feel it's the need of an hour to have more than one brain on a song. Sometimes when there is a solo music composer, there are so many heads hidden behind. Like, there'll be a arranger, there'll be a lyricist, there'll be a singer, there'll be so many people who are contributing to the song. So I feel that the two of us on the front foot is a big advantage to the two of us.
Right.
That it gives us a lot more to express than to hide.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was such a pleasure talking to both of you. And if you are concerned about the crowd today, like in Kuwait, you will be pleasantly surprised with their crazy enthusiasm for both
that's
of you.
amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
We're waiting for you. We're waiting for this event, and I'm sure you'll be great. I wish you every success for tonight
Thank you very
and
much.
for the years to come by.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very
Anil.
much.
It's nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
Thank you.
और देखो जुनू मेरा है कहता चला ख्वाबों का था मकान जो रहता
Get you some claps, बेजुबान कब से मैं रहा बेगुनाह सहता मैं रहा बेजुबान कब से मैं रहा
We are in conversation with Divya Kumar, the singer who didn't want to be one, but let's find out more about and how he's come here to this successful place. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
So I hear you did not want to be a singer and that your mother pushed you to be one. Is that true?
Actually, I belong to a musical family. So my grandfather Pandit Shivramji was a music composer, and my dad is a musician. So he's worked with the legends like Lakshmikant Pyarelal, R.D. Burman, and
Right.
so from them to Jatin Lalit, Himesh Reshamya. So I always wanted to be a musician. I didn't knew if I could sing. It was only when I was 7 or 6 years old, my mom figured out that I could sing also. So that's how the journey started as a singer. But before that and till now, I really wanted to be, a drummer because I love playing drums and instruments basically.
Wow, man of many talents.
Yeah.
So your first break was Tutiya Dil, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And since then you've gone on to sing songs like Sub Aram and then other very interesting movie titles such as
Yeah.
Shuddh Desi Romance.
Ji.
So tell us about your experience working for these movies.
Tutiya Dil came in just randomly because I was not struggling for playback singing. I started assisting Sachin Jigar. I used to assist them as a music programmer, and I'm sure they must have told you about music arrangement and music programming.
Yes.
So just some few friends of mine who were already, established singers in Bollywood, they recommended my names to the music composers, and that's how Tutiya Dil happened. And luckily that song reached out to Amit Trivedi, who happened to be the first composer who gave me the big break in a Yash Raj movie, Yash Chopra movie.
Big thing.
And that was Ishaq Zadeh, and that's how I started, playback singing, and that's where the hit songs. For him, the very next song I sang was Shubharam, and it's a huge hit in India because it's based on the Navratri Garba festival. So I think those two songs really gave me a boost in music industry, and that's how the playback singing journey started.
Right. I also believe that your turning point was the Bhag Milkha Bhag, and
Yeah.
that was a landmark for your career. I was wondering if, as playback singers, you get to interact with the on-screen actor, like in this case, Farhan Akhtar. Did you get? Do you get to interact with?
I don't think so. I think it's the singer and the music composer share the bond, and it's only because the music composer knows the character, knows the film, knows the script. That's how they compose the songs. So they brief the singers, and sometimes actors like Amir Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, and Farhan Akhtar also. They are so much into their movies that they also keep a tab on the music, what is going on in the music of their films. So for me, when I initially recorded Havan Karenge, there was no Farhan Akhtar. There was only Shankar Ehsaan Loy, and there was the next time when I went to sing, some lyrical changes there were, and that time Farhan came in, and he was just, he was quite happy with what was happening. So there was not very kind of a discussion or interaction, anything. He was just happy, and that's what made me happy also.
Playback singing is one thing, but live performance is a whole new platform. And I've heard about your MTV Coke studio. I mean, tell us about that experience. It must be so thrilling. I hear that entire episode was dedicated to your hits.
Yeah.
How was that?
Not my hits actually. First time I performed with Ehsaan and Loy. There was this one Punjabi song. There was a whole different experience because it's a huge stage, and Coke Studio has given many various artists. They are like from Pakistan and from India and from various parts of the world. So I think being one of them is really a very a big achievement for me, and I really enjoyed performing on Coke Studios.
Right. You're going to experience something like that this evening. You're going to have this crazy crowd with full of enthusiasm, looking forward to seeing your show.
Thank you so much.
We wish you very best from the team, Second Home India team. We wish you the very best for
Thank you
tonight.
so much.
जीने लगा हूँ पहले से ज्यादा तुम पे मरने लगा जीने लगा हूँ पहले से ज्यादा तुम पे मरने लगा
As you can see, children are very enthusiastic, dancing, rehearsing behind us, and we are in conversation with the teacher, Ms. Jyoti Patel. Hello, welcome to our show. What about the children? They are more excited about performing dance tonight, or is it because they are sharing the same platform as?
Both the things you can see.